Hello, Jim, back with another video. This time we got the TCL 10 Pro in for review, and let's unbox and see what it's all about. So we have got a 6.4 7-inch FHD Plus screen, which is a AMOLED, HDR10, 64 megapixel cameras, 128 ROM, 6 gigs RAM, 4,500 mAh battery. Pretty decent specs, but if you've checked out our previous TCL device, which is fairly cheap, it's really excellent value for money. And we look forward to checking out this Pro version here. So let's unbox and see what we get. So up on top is the device. Then we have the usuals in here. Doesn't want to come out. So in here we've got our charging cable here, which is USB-C, and in here we have our plug, and in here we should get a case and instructions. So it's great to see a case provided in the box, which is really nice, which means you can use your device straight away and not have to go looking to buy a case. So let's check out the device itself. Oh yeah, this is really nice now to hold in the hand, and it's got these rounded edges, and of course all these cameras up top, which is pretty cool. And I like the approach TCL have taken here. There is no hump at all, which is nice, and they're very linear. So your device is flat on the table, for example, you can text away and all that kind of stuff, being no hump, which is excellent. I really like this design here and layout. Really nice feel. It is slippy, but it does have the lovely sheen off it there, as you can see when you move it in certain ways. So up top you have got your headphone jack, you have got a mic, and I don't know if that's the infrared thing on top. We'll have to check that out. And on the bottom, USB-C, your SIM tray, and your speaker. So this has got the 64 megapixel camera, you have 6 gigs RAM, 4,500 mAh battery, and you have got a 1080 by 2340 pixels with a 398 ppi display, which is pretty cool. So with the cameras, you have a quad camera setup, you have 64 megapixels, you have 16, 5 and 2. So your 5 and 2 are macro and depth sensors, ultra wide is the 16 and 64 is wide. So you have a bit of versatility there when it comes to using the camera. You've got your dual LED flash, your video will shoot 4K at 30 frames a second, 1080p at 30, 60, 120. 720p at 90 frames per second, at 60 frames per second. And your selfie camera is a 24 megapixel camera, which will be up on top there. As you can see, it's the teardrop shape, and that's pretty much it. You've got everything else in there, and you've got your fingerprint sensor as well, which is under display. You have optical, and of course you've got your proximity sensor and gyro sensors built in, with fast charging at 18 watts, quick charge 3.0. So what we're going to do is get a set up and see what it's like, and let you know how we get on. We'll get some video samples and all that usual stuff that we do, and let you know how it is. But so far I'm liking this build quality, given it is fairly slippy. It's not a problem, but once you put on a case, that's all going to change. But I do love this design on the back when the cameras are all going across in one direction, not stuck up in a big silly hump on one side. That's getting a bit monotonous now with all this manufacturers doing this. It should be just kept nice and clean like this. And that's it for the moment. So we'll see you after the break.